Hello everyone, we're resources classes. So in this video again we'll be continuing discussion with respect to questions pertaining to the quantitative aptitude section of the paper. So if you talk about the QA paper section in general this year around, the paper seem to be a little bit on the complex side or difficult side. That is the kind of question that has been put forward this year around. They seem to be a little bit difficult as compared to the ones you have seen in the previous year's paper. So that is the question involved a greater deal of understanding of the subject matter just to attempt to solve the same, and also well more time consuming and calculation intensive. So what we'll be doing in this particular video is that we'll be focusing ourselves on the question from the paper itself, and then subsequently we'll try to solve this question so that whenever we come across a question such as this further down the line in any examination, we are easily able to solve the same. Okay, so with that said, let us focus on the question in front of us. Let x, y and z be positive integers that are odd, distinct integers that are odd and positive. Which of the following statement cannot be true? Okay, so we have x, y and z which are odd and positive. So let me take x as 3, y as 5 and z as 7. Okay, so we need which of the following statement cannot be true. So we know x into y into z square is odd. So simple, odd into odd, okay, will give us odd, and again odd into odd, okay, will again give us odd. So basically if we multiply the entire thing we'll actually attain odd, and again if we square the same, so odd square like 7 square is 49, 3 square is 9, similarly odd square it again give us an odd number only. So option A gets cancelled out. Okay, now next up what we have, x minus y square minus z is odd. Okay, so now try and understand something. Odd minus odd. Say for example, 7 minus 3 would always give odd, plus minus odd. Odd would always yield. Okay, so odd minus odd would always give us an odd even number. Okay, and then we have a square. So even square would again yield us another even number, and even minus odd would again give us an odd number. Okay, it again would give us an odd number. Let me give you an example in this case only. Say 3 minus 5, if I do whole square, this would give us 2, which is an even number. Square would give us 4, which is an even number. Minus 7 would give us 3, that is an odd number. Okay, any order you take we will get this only. So this again is a wrong answer. Okay, now let us try the second one. So again is given x plus y minus z. So odd plus, initially we have odd plus odd. So odd plus odd, that is 5 plus 3, 7 plus 3 or 5 plus 3, it gives us even. Even. Now even minus odd. So even minus odd would actually give us odd. Okay, say 2 minus 5, 12 minus 13, 12 minus 15, always an odd. So even minus odd would again give us odd. So odd square, again we have odd. So this okay. So this particular part we have covered till square. Okay, we have odd. Now x plus y, that is odd plus odd. Odd plus odd is always even. Okay, odd plus odd is always even. Like 7 plus 5 is always 3, similarly that case. So odd plus odd is always even. Okay, now even into odd would always be even. 7 7 2 ja, because we are multiplying the same, so it will always be even. So therefore this number is also always true. So that in general leaves this to be a right answer by process of elimination only, because other three will be always correct. Now if we talk about this, so initial condition we have odd minus odd, this will give us even. Okay, and even multiplied by anything would never yield odd. Okay, so this can never be true because we have one even in this case only, so it can never be true. So option 4 will be our answer. So I hope this approach, we might have taken these things, but we didn't necessarily use it. You could use the numbers and then verify the same, but I simply use the concept of odd and even. That way I solved it. Okay. You can take the number and verify for each condition yourself. So that should be good enough as well. So either way, the answer would be the same. So option 4 will be the answer. Now, having said that, if you're looking for a detailed solution of the entire paper, feel free to connect with us. And also, if you're looking for any guidance with respect to competitive exam preparation or any help in regards to any subject or concept that on which you feel the need of explanation and feel our expertise will be required, feel free to connect with us and we'll be more than happy to help you out in all these accounts. Okay. Now, having said that, if you're like the video, make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel so we keep coming up with relevant content such as this further down the line as well. With all that said and done, I'll be signing out. Thank you so much.